Hey, I flew for about 50 seconds yesterday, and this happened. Hey, oh, I flew for about 50 seconds yesterday, and this happened. Hey, oh, I flew for about 50 seconds yesterday, and this. So anyway, now I got rid of the damn echo. I was sent these yesterday. Well, I received these, yesterday from Indigo Ryno. And I haven't Loctited anything yet. And that's because I knew these were coming. So, you're going to have to Loctite it all up and then have to take it back apart. So anyway, first step, I'm going to take the props off. Obviously, two of them are in need anyway. And somebody, Nerdcopter, was saying that the fancy props with the multicolors on them, just because of that, inherently make them more brittle. And I guess that kind of makes sense because I have, these are what I'm going to put back on as Jim Fan 5043s, Wind Dancers. And I've never had one snap like that. So we'll see. And why? I don't know why. I got my tablet over here so I can see comments, but I don't see anybody on comments, but I see all kinds of comments over on the computer. What the hell? Now, I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, so I try to be somewhat prepared, and first thing, the other thing too, well, check this out. That's because there's only one screw in that arm right now. So yes, this is a very good thing to use. This is Loctite by Permatex. Let's see, this is a gold one, so that means righty loosey. Ah, right. Man, I had that puppy on there. Wait a minute. No, that was the right spinning way. No wonder it won't come off. That's me. Backwards all the time. Come on. I'm going to have to put pliers on this thing, I think. Ah! Finally got that puppy loose. Woo! That was tough. I hope everybody, I don't know if anybody's flown today. Like I said, I flew for about, well, I mangled that puppy. Here's a prop for you, Sean. That goes in the trash heap. But I'm taking all these guys off. I'm tired of these things. I've had too many of them break. What do I do with my wrench right there? I want to get a regular nut driver thingy. Now this one is backwards. So Lewis thinks I should just put emu fly on it and it'll fix this thing right up. So how many people out there have done emu? I'm very tempted. I was thinking of not doing that with this bird, but Lewis is about to talk me into it. And I've seen a lot of great flights. I know Nerdcopter, he's loving his emu too. So all the more reason to think about it. Not just because Beluga is a big fan. A lot of people are big fans. Let's see, this one's backwards too. I think it's so much more convenient now that all the motors spin, all the shafts are the same direction to have any different colored nuts and having to worry about it. No mangled prop. Hey, but you know what they say, if you ain't crashing, you ain't flying. So that one's got a bit of weed wrapped around him yet. See, this one's the correct way. Come on off of there, baby. Wrapped up the grass good on that one, I'll tell you that right now. Woohoo! All right, so that's done. Now, I put this together. I rebuilt this after a horrible crash that broke the frame. But when I put it together, I used absolutely no Loctite at all. And then yesterday when I was flying, lo and behold, look, that one screw came out of that arm. And actually, when I looked at yesterday's video, I swore I could see the arm moving around a little bit. So the crash I had the day before, which is the one I published and put up on the air my New Year's flight, probably loosened that screw, or it was being loosened in the process of flying. And I didn't check my screws yesterday morning, or yesterday before I went to fly. So what happened? Screw came out. So let's see what have I got going on here. I want to know what length screw that is. And maybe I can just hold it up and compare. Actually, that looks long enough. So got the right driver. Up more than I wanted. A little Permatech. Get the old magnifying glass down here. See if my arm's lined up. Now see, now here's the hard part. I gotta remember which screws I did. All right. Got him running on in there. You'll notice too, I was really being lazy. Ooh, scuffed that arm up a little bit. Well, she'll have some protectors on her here in a few minutes. Okay, so I got that screwed down. Take this one out. A little bit of Permatech. Instead of a little dabble deal, I got a little bit more than a little dab, but at least I could tell where I put them in at. Oh, left the tip in there. So anyway, it's a beautiful day out. There's a front coming in. I'm like, dude, you need to get busy on this thing. Because the weekend, once again, because I'm off, is supposed to be crappy. Delta Sierra weather, as they say in the aviation world. Stands for dog shit. This is a great frame, by the way. TBS Source 1 frame. Dude is the one that turned me on to this. Tough as a tank, and most everybody else concurs with that assessment. And I got some good old electrical tape here holding it. Covering up my screw. There is no substitute for good electrical tape, by the way. What I've got on here is certainly not the best. Ooh, that screw was loose, man. That almost looks cracked there. That screw was very loose. It did not feel tight at all. And hopefully not only because of the Permatex, but because of the soft mounts that Indigo sent me. There'll be less vibration, so there should be less of a tendency for the screws to loosen, I would think. I mean, it seems logical, eh? Yeah, see, there's still nobody showing on this. Now, I don't know what's up with that stupid towel. Uncle Wire Nut. All right, hang on a minute. I'm trying to get my act together. That's hard for me to do. I meant to do this earlier, and I didn't do it. That's cool, Rigger. The hard part is design a frame that's rigid enough. I mean, you can do the part stuff. But it's hard to do stuff rigid enough. Indigo, how did your frame printing go? All right, where am I? I'm taking off more tape. don't know if y'all could hear what I just last said. The microphone's over here on this camera now, so I don't know how well it picks up across the room, but where does this tape start? Right there, I got you now. You'd think I'd be smart enough to take the VTX antenna off. Instead, I'm just setting it on. As Paducah would say, lazy Luna doesn't take stuff all the way apart. Just kind of rolls with it the way it is. I don't think I have all the right link screws in here. Thank God. I don't know. You'd think all the screws that went through this part would be the same length, but they're not. No, I guess those should be longer because they go through more stuff. So, is anybody else out there have any aspirations for fun? See, that was loose right there. That one was definitely getting ready to come loose. Well, it really was loose already. So hopefully this will help cure that, as well as the soft mount on the motors, because the vibration is what loosens up the screws, you know. All right. So all the core screws are, I still got to do the frame ones, but I don't know. Those always seem to stay pretty tight. It's just the arm ones that seem to really get loose, and this is going to be the wrong size, isn't it? Yeah, spinning it. No, it's not. I ain't spinning nothing. That's the reflection. Different Allen. That's it right there. All right, that screws out. That screws out. Okay, let's see how Ryno's print job went. Okay, so that goes on top somehow. Okay, fits right in there. So far, so good. Kind of obvious how that orientation goes. Oh, wait, this is supposed to go on the other side. Brain fart, brain fart. Okay. And this goes like that. Now I need a proper length screw. Let's see. Scooby-Doo, how are you? Okay. That calls for a sip of beer. Batuga. So, let me grab a screw. Got my little handy dandy assortment here. Now these is what I took out, so they should not be long enough. Let me just stick one in there and see. Yeah, it doesn't even come out at the top. So that's obviously too short. I knew it would be, but I just had to look. Come back off there. Yeah, that doesn't even go. Okay, so I'm going to use that as a gauge, kind of a gauge. You watch. I'm going to have the right length screw. Let's see. You got this puppy here. Ooh, he's a lot longer. Only one thing to do, and that's to give him a go. And see, you know what I need? I need one of those. They call them screw cutters. Yeah, that is way too much sticking up. See how much is sticking up? That is way too much. There's no way all that can go into that motor. No way, Jose. Yeah, that's up into the windings there. Let's see. Oh wait, those screws might be a little shorter. I didn't look in the right compartment, I don't think. I think these are a little bit shorter. You know what? Thoughts? That looks about right, don't it? That looks just about right. Yeah, there's that much thread in there. Woohoo! There we go. Does that even show? A grinder, Josh. Look, man, Josh, that's like, dude, a grinder to cut off little screws like that. That is like medieval times, dude. Okay. Look, these actually have built-in screw cutters, albeit they're the wrong kind. But these strippers do 632 and 832 screws. And what it is, one side of these are threaded. You thread the screw in there, and right here is where it cuts. So you cut the screw off to the length you want it, and then in the act of screwing it back out, it cleans the threads off. So it's not a dirty cut thread-wise. You know what I mean? So they're great. I just need something like this that does the whatever size. These would be M3 screws. M3 screws of different lengths. A grinder. Yeah, I'm going to get out the oxyacetylene torch and cut them off that way, man. trying to see. I don't know why the damn chat isn't showing up on my. Ridiculous. Oh well. No matter. Horrible host. If somebody could come in, they could tell me what people were saying or making fun of me. Doesn't matter. Okay. So I know I got the right screws. Let's just go ahead and put another screw in there. I only had the motors on with 2 screws each too. Now, you know, that's the first time I've ever done just 2 screws and anything. So 3 seems like a far better number. All right, we'll put a little. Dab of this, a little dab of that. Trying to line this shit up. It would help if you grab the right nut driver or Allen wrench, Allen key. Where's the screw hole, Mr. Bill? There it is. And maybe that isn't the right driver. That's the right driver. Now if I can just get the stupid motor lined up right. Here we go. There's something not lining up quite right. Maybe it is. I don't think I'm getting that one in the right spot, to be honest with you. No, you're not. You're pushing it into a stupid winding. There we go. Now I got him. It's hell getting old, man. Funny how the screw holes line up so much better when you got 2 of the screws lined up. Hey, okay. That's probably too much. I'm sure you can get carried away with this stuff and actually clog up a motor. And that would be a crying shame. That's very cool. Indigo, this first one went very well, brother. But who does 4 screws? Anybody out there do 4 screws? I mean, they have holes for 4 screws. I mean, seems like that would make it inherently less likely to vibrate. But it adds weight. I did all 4, huh? Okay, Ryan. Good. Damn good point, son. You're right about that. Hell, I have to. Of course you do. Hey, Carlos, when you think about it, it's 16 time because there's 4 motors on a quad, brother. Nah, you think this cruiser got away more? You think the TPU is heavier? So, you don't use the Loctite? I thought you were preaching to me about Loctite. I know plenty of people do. Okay. Well, it looks like I have plenty of screws, so 4 screws it is. And get my Viagra out so I can screw 16 times. All right, so screw number 4 going in. Captain wire in, we got screw number 4 going in. Well, I say that. There he goes. You're right, Randall. Thanks for stopping that by, brother. Great to see another Floridian in here. Phantom, are you in Florida or did you move on? I know I was thinking you were in Florida for a little bit anyway. If any of y'all have not got one of these are badass. This is a V-Fly beacon. They're awesome. Okay, they're pretty loud. And as loud as they need to be, let's put it that way. And it has a very bright LED on it when it's dark. When it's dark outside. I mean, it's bright. It's almost blinding. Yeah, you look at it, you know, in the house, you know, because of course I had to play with mine in the house. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's almost blinding. Let's just put it that way. I'll just leave it at that. All right. Motor 2. How are you? Let's see. Yeah, I put a couple scrapes on these arms, Ryan. You sent these just in time, brother. I appreciate that, Indigo Ryno. Thank you very much once again for the arm guards and soft mounts for the motors. Much appreciated. And I'm sure MadDog1 appreciates it too. Ah! I am definitely not a production guy, okay? All right, let's see. Get a little juice on these puppies. too much. I've really been thinking about getting some new motors for this guy. These have been around the block a little bit. I'm grateful for them. I'm glad that they were donated to me, so to speak. But I think they've been around the block a time or two. Not that there's anything wrong with that. See, that's always scared me doing Loctite on the motor because I was afraid I'd gunk something up. And I know little dab will do you, and I'm getting a little bit more than a dab on here. I can't even find the stupid screw holes. There we go. I got two. Once you got two, man, it's cake from then on. Gravy, as they say. Ah, throwing darts. It's funny, I don't know if Randall, are you still here? Randall's seen, I'm sure, from the comment he made on one of my videos, he's obviously seen some DJI stuff flying around. He goes, oh man, I just thought they went up and down and kind of flew around slow. I didn't know they did all that, you know, like, yeah. Yeah, this kind of stuff will get you excited about the hobby because you'll never feel more like a bird when you're flying FPV, especially if you're doing the acro gig, man. I'll be honest, this is what keeps me vertical. This and you people on the tube, you brothers and sisters, you know, more brothers it seems than sisters, but playing with this kind of stuff and interacting with you guys, man, that's kind of my reason for living at this point, you know? At least it's like what I love to do. And that's a good thing, to have something you love to do. Something that gets you out of your chair and away from the TV set. And that's what's kind of upsetting about these new rules the FAA is trying to do because, first of all, it's a very healthy hobby. You know, I guess it's a habit for some, but it's a hobby for, you know, a lot. And it's healthy. And it's a good family activity. Get the kids involved, gets them off their ass and off the video games, you know. Because really, when you think about it, flying FPV is like the best video game in the world, man. You know? It really is. All right, I gotta sit down, man. I'm ready for a smoke. That's hard work. Yeah. Right, Carlin? Hey, fellas, can you hear me now? I just switched microphone. Here I am. Here I am, Willis. I figure I got another 20 minutes and I can fly this puppy. Hey, Carlos. Cheers, man. I was a slack ass today. First of all, I got off my butt, went to work. But as soon as I got to work, I told the boss, "Man, it's gray, gloomy weather. I don't even feel like flying." Now as I look outside, it's clouded up. Damn it, it was beautiful 30 minutes ago. It's been kind of breezy here too, Raymond. There's a front coming in, and but I had sunshine 20 minutes ago. It seems like all I've been flying in lately is either gray, gloomy weather or too late in the day. And my Polaroid cube does a horrible job when the sun is low. It doesn't transition between light and bright. Hey, brother Dan, how are you, brother? Yeah, they just kept blowing at you, Randall. Yeah, dealing with that in the wind is pretty ugly. Nah, look, Ryan, that's a very valid point. I have no reason to whine compared to you guys up there in the Great White North. You know. Let me see. Let's just see what the old temp is here. Hey, Randall, what's the temp where you're at? Randall's in Florida too. Let's see. It is 81 degrees Fahrenheit right here, right now. That's awesome, Sean. So you got some good flights in. I knew you said you'd been flying this morning. I watched a little bit of your live. I missed it late because you were on early for one thing. Oh, there you go. That helps. 85 where you're at. Okay. Yeah, you're a little bit further south than me, Raymond. Hi, William. Hey, how you doing, Nerd Copter? Yeah, not Dan. That's funny. People have been screwing up my name for years. I'm horrible at names too, Nerd Copter. That's why I have a actual Excel spreadsheet for different people and their names. Randall's easy. Yeah. Oh, well, your name must be Randall. Stone pool here. Exactly, Ryan. Hey, man, I was a nice flight with that bird you hardly ever fly, Dan, drone pool. Yeah, it's supposed to get cold here too. You'll get it before I will, Randall, because you're out west, aren't you? You're like in panhandle stuff. Hey, if anybody wants to stop in and say hello to everybody, you're welcome to. Central Florida, Polk County. I've been through Polk County before. Is that like Lakeland or whatever? Oh, okay. I just said it. I beat you to it. Cool. Yeah, I went to electronic school in Tampa, Florida, and I lived there for a couple years when I was doing that. That was years ago, though. Man, nerdcopter, that emu Beduga Lewis has been trying to talk me into doing the emu flight too on my bird, and it looks sweet. It sure worked for you. It worked for Beduga too. Both of y'all fly great. You're still waiting on props for your plane. Well, what plane was that, Lewis? That you did? It was that you were flying. I can't think of the name of it now, but you had a. These emus fly, Ryan. Yes, and they fly very well. Oh, you built a third one, did you? Cool. Because that was quite a tease on that one video you did, Paduga, where you show like 10 seconds of a fixed wing flying, and it looked really good. Gyroscopic brain. You need a crash tester, okay. What makes you think you're gonna crash? All right, Phantom, cool, man. Happy flying, brother. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Send it. I know you will. I need to stop by your place. Yeah, William. I did Walmart drones for like a couple years, and there are little whoops that'll outfly most Walmart drones out there in the wind or whatever. So the no, don't be sending no snow this way, Blizz. I'll put the repulsor charm out on that. I'll make it stop. Let it drop on Randall or something. Oh no, Randall's too far south. Let's see. Somebody lives in the Panhandle. Yeah, yes, they are, Blizz. They are horrible. See, nah, that's not the way to start either. Build your own. I think the best thing to do is to get a bind and fly and break it. You're gonna break it, and you'll learn some stuff in fixing it to help you build your own. But to start off right off from scratch to build your own, I don't think so. Later up, Phantom. I don't know. I would. It's funny because somebody that makes me think of this is Eric, uh, Archie Crazy. So Baduga sent him a list of parts to do a 5-inch build. TBS Source 1 frame, the motors, the Mamba flight stack. So anyway, he got the motors on and got them soldered to the ESC, got it to power up. But then he saw all those pads on the Mamba F40 or F, on the flight controller. It's the F40. And yeah, in March. Yeah, it's been 10 months ago now. He's had the part. But you know what's screwing with him, Lewis? He looked at that flight controller and he saw all those pads on it. And he thought he had to have a wire to every one of those bloody pads. And that just blew his mind. I'm like, dude, man, there's only like 7, 8 wires you got to hook to that thing. The rest is all plugged in. You got a ribbon cable, say, no, okay, you got to attach the VTX, the receiver. Let's see, that's 6 wires. And then you got a camera. That's like 3 more wires. Yes, he is. Well, there you go, William White. That's a great place. The first thing is, I mean, my first 2 hobby grade drones were still what most people here would consider, well, let's just say limited. The back, oh, thank you. Okay. We're limited in that they, hey, Carlos, good to see you, brother.
Afternoon, Mr. Ed.
But they were limited. They were limited, but they were brushless.
Oops.
And the difference in power between what you buy at Walmart, which are all brush drones, and a brushless drone is all of a sudden you realize, man, I don't really have to worry about the wind with these guys. Yeah, that's what you should do, Ryan. So when's the last time you flew other than in the house, Carlos?
Late September.
Wow.
Put all my batteries in, what do they call that?
Storage mode.
Storage mode, yeah.
You really did take a sabbatical, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Sort of, yeah. I don't like flying out in the cold. No fun.
No, look, I'm with you there, brother. I don't like the inclement weather either.
Not to mention, I mean, I don't know how EBR does it, flying day after day after day. I think I would get bored after a while flying so many packs. So I didn't want to have that happen either. Sometimes I fly a lot of packs in a weekend.
I don't know about the Holy Stone, Randall, but I do actually have a Hudson. I did not buy it; it was a gift, but it does okay. You know, it's not what most of us fly, but it's a good thing to learn on. Holy Stone is junk, yeah. Well, most of us would consider Hudson junk too, but okay, okay, you're acknowledging Hudson's okay.
Hey,
But again, it's what they'll do, you know.
Did you go up on New Year's the way you wanted?
I did.
Get any fireworks footage or no?
Nah, I went up a little too late.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
EBR is the name of a pilot that we know. Randall's asking.
I just think there's a lot of people that want to play with a drone. They get their first drone and then they're disappointed because you know they fly in 5 miles an hour worth of wind and it wants to blow it away. You know, I just loved it. I just had seen other pictures and I'm like, okay, I know there's better than this.
See my drink of choice? Vitamin D.
Yeah, good old milk.
I was watching this, and I know a lot of people are talking about those new rules with the, I don't know, got to put shit on your drone so everybody can find it, the authorities. I'm telling you, there's going to be a place for whoops, tiny whoops, in the little parks hanging out. 2S, little birds.
I don't know, man. You know, a lot of this is kind of still up in the air. I've already sent an email to my senator. I'm going to send more.
That's what they're saying to do.
I even put a clip of my New Year's Eve flight or New Year's flight attached to it. and I asked if this looked like a danger to general aviation. Because the highest I go is like 200 feet. Planes not supposed to be low 500.
No, I'm with you. They're just trying to discourage people from flying, so Amazon and Walmart and all these big companies can have more
Screw those people.
free air.
I'm going to be taking slingshot with rock tied to fishing line and flying over their flight path. If they take away my space.
You know what? I don't think it's going to work. With the weather, it's going to be too unpredictable.
Yeah.
Can't fly because it's too windy. Can't fly because it's too hot. Can't fly because it's too cold. Can't fly because it's raining, it's snowing, whatever. I don't think it's going to work out.
I mean, here's the deal. I mean, I can get regulating and having that ID and stuff on that on birds that weigh like 5-10 pounds and more. Because the general hobbyist rules right now cover everything up to 50 pounds. 50 pounds. I mean, you have to register everything over just over half a pound. 0.55 pounds is that the actual number. Hi, Miss Southern Belle. You got to register yourself as a hobbyist, anything over that weight limit. But up to 50 pounds. Now, something flying around 50 pounds in the air, now that's a hell of a lot more dangerous than something that weighs 2 pounds. Come on. And my bird doesn't even weigh that. It weighs under 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Definitely over 250, but it's way under 2 pounds. And that was a very cool turtle, Randall.
What makes the turtle cool? I missed it.
Because it's talking about Randall from Florida. He either yesterday or day before yesterday, he went to a park and he caught a gopher turtle live. And they burrow in the ground and they live to be hundreds. They can live to be 150 years old.
Yeah, I know turtles live forever. RC Fun Diversions. John has joined you, Ed.
Hi, John. Juanito Bandito.
Juanito.
So I don't know. I'm not going to let it go, but I think part of it's being blown way out of proportion.
Yeah. Did you read what Indigo wrote?
Yeah, I see it. It's like dogs and cats living together.
I just want to know who's on top. The turtle? What do you think, Ed?
I don't know. It might be kind of. It sounds kinky already. So who
He
knows?
balances on his shell. Yeah. Tiny whooping. I think I'm gonna get that other little tiny hawk. Yeah.
So hey, John. So was that one of your first words? You know what? I really must say, especially since it was free, but I have no complaints against this little guy.
It's cool looking, actually.
Yeah. The canopy reminds me of that video game, Halo. And there was a character in Halo that had a helmet that looked like that. I can't think of his name. But I mean, it's a brushless drone, it's GPS and it does okay video wise, and it has a 5.8 gigahertz feed. So you get an actual live feed to the controller, not this Wi-Fi garbage that breaks and stalls apart. Yeah, see, I didn't go to DJI ever. Indigo, not that they don't make a fine product, but it's way more expensive than a Hudson too. And but a great bird. The camera gimbal stuff is all really cool. Gotta let the dogs out, Randall. Who let the dogs out? Well, you had a brush Hudson, did you? You skipped a lot of steps. Yeah, you did.
I went the other way around. I went from cameras to quads. Camera drones, I should say. Oh, man. I think I need some coffee. Check it out, Ed. Let me see if I can.
I need another beer.
Charging them batteries. Oh, yeah.
What's that green blinking thing?
Look at my my 1S batteries being charged.
Ah, you charge them off the computer?
What do you charge your 1S off of? I even have one of these things, but
yeah, right, Ryan.
pain in the ass.
The wind took it, huh? But yeah. The first drone I bought was a Sky Viper. 4 years ago or more. I lost it within 2 weeks. The wind took it. Somebody brought it back to me about a month ago. And my landlord bought the property that it had crashed into. And he found it and he figured it belonged to me. And he was right. Even had little footage. It still had footage on the SD card. It'd been in the weather for like 4 years.
Wow.
I looked for that damn thing like a week all over. And gave up on it and bought another one. Same damn bird. I still have that though. Oh, I still have them both now. The
So,
one
how
that's
many
hanging up on the wall is in a lot better shape because it didn't spend 4
many
years
screws you
on the
have?
outside.
How many screws you have left, Ed?
What, on the bird?
Yeah, the one behind you. 8?
8.
Let's go do 8 and then go do a live flight outside so we can watch you fly.
I don't know how to do that. I don't have a way to do that.
Take your cell phone with you. Just do it off your phone.
Yeah, but I have no way of putting the picture to the phone.
We just want to see you.
Oh yeah.
We want to watch you do Stevie Wonder while you fly. We like to lean.
I actually did a video where I took my action cam and had it pointed at me while I was flying FPV. Yeah. I look like Stevie Wonder out there. I need a pole like Baduga has to lean against. People tell me, yeah, you should get a chair or whatever. Let me tell you something. When I first started FPV, I was sitting in a chair. Almost fell out of it a couple times too.
Quad gangster lean.
That's how you put English on the bird.
I hear you.
If you know, you talk about me always doing left turns. Well,
there you go.
You'll see me. I'm actually leaning left. I lift the port when I'm flying.
Down and to the left.
Yeah, right. Well, I am an old goat for the crip, by the way, there, Ryan. But I can still climb a tree, damn it.
Old goat, he says. Oh, shit.
All right, I'm gonna go do a couple more screws here.
Ed, did you buy birds?
Did I what?
Did you purchase birds, parakeets or something?
No, I've had those birds forever.
Really? Those have always been back there? That noise?
Yeah, I didn't know y'all could hear that.
First time.
Those are my cockatiels. They're outside.
Oh, really? Nice. There's the quad.
They are outside in my aviary. And, there's 3 of them out there. There used to be like 12 of them, but they were old, you know. Some of them have died and stuff.
Randall from Florida is leaving, and EBR has joined us. Yep. Hey, EBR.
Hey, Erwin. How are you, brother?
Erwin.
I said Erwin.
No, I know. I repeated you. I forget.
Yeah, I had that screw on there tight. I actually have one of those boss cams, and I have toyed with the idea of putting that in my camera view and thus flying live that way. But I think I need a little practice to pull that off. Because I've seen people do that before. Oh, you did send a camera mount, Ryan. I see it now. I didn't see it before for the FPV cam. So, Erwin, I know this is a stupid ass question, but did you fly today? Inquiring minds want to know. You have to tell me what it says. I can't see the chat, Carlos. So it's on you to bring out something noteworthy.
They're just saying hello to each other at this point.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing.
Yo.
I hope everybody's having a great start to the new year. We're 3 days into the new year, and
Really?
hope those 3 days have been grand for you. Weather hadn't been too horrible.
I didn't know it was tonight. It's FPV camera mount front shield. That's what Indigo Ryno says about your.
So it goes on the front, slips over the front standoffs, I take it.
ABR says it rained all day, but I had to test my new build, so I flew a couple of batteries in the rain. Couldn't help himself.
So did you have that conformal coated, or you just rolled with it?
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Well, see, here's the deal with all that. You know, rainwater is actually a crappy conductor. It's when it gets mixed with other stuff that it's really bad. Does that make any sense?
I guess.
Like salt water, that'll eat a drone alive.
Oh, yeah, that conducts well. Oi, oi.
Well, I mean, you deal with fish tanks, Carlos.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you've gotten the crap knocked out of you more than once off of a lighting system on an saltwater aquarium.
Actually, you know what got me is the UV light. Wow.
Yeah, it's always the lights. Yeah.
Holy cow. EBR said yes, they're conformal coated.
Oh, I didn't know it was EBR that said that because I knew he conformal coated all his stuff.
Yeah. I don't think he does it for the safety. I think he just likes the smell.
Now that could be.
Maybe.
That is entirely possible. I missed the hole. I missed the hole.
Poor Beduga hasn't flown since last year. Excuse me.
That's horrible, Lewis, even if it is only a matter of 3 days. That is still too long, brother. Man, I need to put a little more hair around this hole or something, man. I can't find this hole for nothing.
Work on another hole. I love the smell of soldering and conformal cord.
But that movie, that's from Apocalypse Now. I love the smell of conformal coating in the morning. It smells like victory. Smells like
Probably
flying.
rubbed a little bit in his palm and spreads it on his hair so he doesn't get wet in the rain. He says he puts it on his hair as gel. Waterproof head. You get it in?
No.
Try another screw.
It looks like it's wound up. I don't know why it's not going in.
That's why I try another screw, maybe. You never knew.
I remember one of the screw holes was a little screwy. Because the threads look fine on the... I don't know. Maybe it isn't lined up right. No. Wait a minute.
Indigo conformal coats his eyes so he doesn't cry after he crashes his quad.
That's pretty good, brother. That's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty funny, man. All right, there you are.
I have a client that has like 12 of those freaking birds in his basement while I clean the tank. They drive me nuts. Holy cow, the noise those things make when they want to. Armaton Insurance. There you go.
That's why they're outside, dude.
I understand. I'm just saying. People, I don't know, and their hobbies. This guy has 3 fish tanks at his place.
Yay, I got 2 going now. Now, this wasn't lined up good. Okay. Only, I don't think this Allen's quite the right size. Or excuse my driver, I should say that, the driver.
Oh, Ed is asking what you do. Ed EBR is asking what are you doing to the quad?
I'm putting on these there's skid plates on the bottom, and then soft mounts for the motor. So these covers are between the motor and the frame. So I'm hoping that'll cut down some vibration, and then these bottom skids will help protect the ends of the arms as well. So that's the purpose of all this. This is TBS Source One frame. For those that don't recognize it.
Explicit just popped in to say hi, Ed.
Hey, Explicit, how you doing, Chris?
Raymond Millwood's leaving.
Raymond. I think Raymond was here earlier.
He was. He's leaving. He's saying goodbye. Got to run.
Oh, see you, Raymond. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Working, I'm sure. Well, I must say, Ryan, a fine printing job so far. All the holes. The only problem I had with lining up screws was my fault. Certainly not your printing. Ah, come on.
Get
4
yourself
more
a little
screws.
needle.
1 more motor. 4 more screws. Just give me 4 more screws. That's what I said to the chick the other night. No, that's not what I said.
Who's that? Josh Elam is also leaving.
Take it easy, Josh. Surprised anybody hung out this long. Not exactly a production drone guy here as far as putting stuff together. I don't know. I just got a wild hair. I'm certainly the last person to watch build anything because it takes me forever. Just ask Baduga. He's been there. He's lived through it.
Ed.
Yes, sir.
Mr. EVR says, I think if you need to soft mount your motors, you have another problem. Another problem. Hold on, I'm not done. Another problem to solve. And if you don't have a problem on your quad, why soft mount it?
Because they're there.
Okay. Baduga says I soft mount. No, his soft mounts are on the front arms. What else? Yeah, I got only. I don't know. Talking about their soft mounts.
You know what, EBR? I don't know. I just know people talking about it, and since somebody sent me the mounts, I thought I'd give it a try.
MD95 just joined the stream too.
Oh, really? Well, hi, Chris. How's you feeling, brother? I know you're feeling under the weather there. Hope you're feeling better, man. Sucks to be sick. I knew you were really sick when I heard you didn't fly yesterday. That's serious shit.
Yesterday was crappy weather anyway, at least here. Was it yesterday? Maybe not.
Yeah, well, I mean, crappy weather does have some bearing on it, but I don't know. I've seen him fly in some pretty damn crappy weather before. Raindrops hitting the damn camera and shit. Of course, this time of year you got snow and stuff, so that kind of.
Nah, thank God for that. Supposed to rain all weekend.
They're talking about us getting storms later on.
Later on, what, today or during the week?
Today, tonight. They kind of, you know how weather guys are. But it is tough in Florida because timing can be difficult. Because when you get the ocean involved and the heating and the sea breeze and stuff like that, it can definitely screw with the timing. So.
Storm Ed.
Come on, where's that hole? The first 2 holes are the hardest.
That makes sense.
Once you're in the hole, it's all downhill from there. Let's see. Right there.
Oh,
right
good.
there. Nope. Damn, I missed again.
William White. William White. William White is leaving.
Okay, woohoo. Screw
Yeah,
2 is in. Screw 1 is tightened, or being tightened. 2 more to go, and the motors are 4 bolted down.
Yeah, you might be able to get it up.
Kind of like having a 4-bolt main, you know?
Explicit is leaving to pick up his children.
What's he going to get?
His children, his kids.
Ah,
He first wrote pack up, but he meant pick up.
that's awesome, Explicit. Thanks for coming by, brother.
Ah, shit.
Gotta get the kids.
School.
I probably brought it up already, but I'll tell you what, man. These B5 beacons, I'm a big, huge fan. It's funny because I had one for like, I don't know how long. Isn't that sexy? Thanks, Indigo Ryno. Got me some bottom guards with the soft mount and end protectors for the arms. That's sweet. That's awesome. Thank you very much for sending that. And they also sent a mount for the fox ear. That's not going to make it on today, but I still need to do. Ooh, I got a broken zip tie. I didn't even notice that. Got to reattach the old antenna there. I broke that. But there's not much left to do. I'm not going to do Loctite on the standoffs yet because I haven't had a problem with them loosening up. It's just been the motor screws and the arm screws.
See on my phone.
So I don't know. I may be as far as I go with this, other than putting the props on and then taking a flying a little bit. And I hate when I do that. Why in the hell do I always do that?
What's that?
I don't know what I did with the top to the Permatex.
Ah.
The Loctite.
It probably looks like one of those screws.
All right. Hey, Carlos, this is the top. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
This is the top to the Mamba stack. And as you can look at it, there's like pads from hell on this thing. There's pads all over the place.
Pads from hell.
And that's what Eric thought he had to have a wire every one of those damn pads. He was freaking out.
That'd overwhelm you.
He's like, man, I'll lose my mind before I get a wire on every one of those. I'm like, dude, you do not have to have a wire on every one of those pads. You can keep adding stuff and, LEDs and all that. You can fill those pads up probably. I don't know. How would you fill all those pads up? There's a lot of pads on there. Okay.
Funny shit.
I think she looks cool. I think that red really sets off the black, though.
Looks good.
Well, I kind of mutilated a little bit, Mad Dog built us. And so you can see I kind of fried the snake skin there. I lost this piece of snake skin. That's probably behind the bench somewhere. So I just wrap some shrink tape around it, or shrink wrap. And, you know, it doesn't look as pretty as it used to be. Although I must say,
What is it? Oh,
it does have an FPV noob tube strap. Look at there. That's one of the originals. This is one of the originals. I think Plummet FPV somehow set Captain Cook up to half. So I got this from Captain Cook. I got two of them actually.
you did good, Ed.
And my best damn strap I ever had too. By the way. No, look, hey, Chris, I still have the two. Well, I won one, and Captain sent that to me. I don't know, like a couple months later or whatever. He says something about having one, and somehow I didn't really beg or anything, but he's like, "Yeah, I'll send you the other one." I'm like, "Sweet." So they've never let me down ever. Yeah, sign a non-disclosure agreement so people wouldn't know where you got it from. And you know what? What's even crazier is I got another strap. It might have been actually on the original Mad Dog build, Chris. But it had a metal buckle to it. And you know what? I stretched that thing. I stretched it open. And the strap part came off the metal buckle. But those plastic buckles on the noob tube straps, and Lord knows I put them through the test. You ain't seen how I fly. I put them through the test, and they've never broken. It's just sad today, Sean. How are you, brother?
The flying Jersey. You saw he joined.
Man, right? This is what's messed up. Now, I did not have the heater on this morning, but I am thinking about unplugging the heater and plugging in the AC because it's hot in here. And that's how it is. Over the next couple months, this will happen. Yeah. Well, all that rain is coming this way, Sean. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we got a lot.
It's like
Ed and Eddie. Hey.
over the last 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, 90% of the time it's been gray and gloomy. Now the sun is actually out a little bit right now.
There you go.
Yeah, you saying I should shave my beard off? I'll be cooler. Yeah, that's probably true. I can't believe it's 4:30 already.
Is it already? Wow.
It's probably still in customs, Lewis.
You know, it rains more in New York than it does in Florida, right?
No way, really?
Yep. We get more inches per year, I believe, than you guys do.
Yeah, I guess if you melt the snow down, that's probably true.
No, rain.
It's a non-flying Jersey. Be nice. He used to fly.
RDFPV joined the house. The chat, rather.
Hey, Ryan. How you doing, brother? I'm just hanging out, rebuilding the aftermath of yesterday's flight. Yesterday's flight lasted about, I don't know, 55 seconds.
No, that's it?
Yeah, that's it. It was quick. Well, you know, it was my third day in a row flying, and I just kind of went crazy, you know. And I caught a weed. I almost recovered. Oh, wow. You're dry. You're dry, nerd copter. 71 inches? That's a lot. I know you'll fly again, Sean.
Wow, in Louisiana.
You did too much flying not to want to fly again, brother.
Wow. Yo, you know who's having a tough time is Australia with these fires.
Yeah, it's
Really
bad.
bad over there. Not good. I think I heard a third of the koalas died.
Oh, they lost a shitload of those little teddy bears. That's a shame.
A lot of animals have died.
I've been thinking about that top 129, Chris. What do you think? I mean, you've already shown it. How hard was it to get the GPS and stuff working?
What's his name built one?
Chris built one. Chris built one. I know Mitch built one.
Yeah.
Mitch built one too. And somebody was asking about Mitch yesterday, and then I remembered that earlier in the week, Mitch had said he was going to go see his daughter.
Right. That canceled out, so he ended up going out to dinner with his son. Or something to that effect.
Oh, all right. You put one together, John? Cool. Looking forward to the flight, brother. So are you adding the barometer to it so it actually has real altitude knowledge or what? Take it easy, Lewis.
The dude was out.
See, to me, I think that's what would be really cool is to have a race drone that you can fly balls to the wall. But if should your VTX go out, your goggles take a shit, whatever, in mid-flight, you can just hit the switch, man, and this puppy will go up to 150 feet, so it's not going to hit any trees, bring its ass home, and set itself down 10 feet in front of it. And the cool thing about that too is it'll record how fast you fly, all that crap. I mean, the telemetry you can get, you don't need to see that telemetry while you're flying necessarily, but it's cool to have at the end to review your flight, whatever. Oh, wow, I went 90 kilometers an hour or whatever. So a bunch of people are going to this. What does IO stand for, Chris? I know a lot of people are planning on going. I know you're planning on going. I know Indigo's planning on going.
You said IS?
IO, I think.
IO, huh?
Yeah, that's the 129, isn't it, Chris? The 7-inch you're talking about, isn't that the 129? Yeah, well, that 6 months away, it gives you time to plan, Ryan.
Save some bucks.
So I think Crystal was saying last night it's like 10 hours away, something like that from you guys.
That's a drive.
And I think for Plummet and Adam, it's like 5 hours away. Oh, you have a TBS one too, huh? Cool. So what do you think, Chris? On yours, that you got rescue mode. I mean, if you hit that switch, have you tested that out yet? No, 4 hours. That's not bad at all, Ryan. 4 hours is a cakewalk.
10 hours. That's a drive. Anything after 5 or 6 is freaking a schlep.
It depends upon where you're cruising.
I guess. What time of year?
Yeah, it's funny because so you tried to rescue, man. That's awesome, man. Somebody was saying earlier, I guess it'd be great to meet some of the great, well-known pilots, but me, I just like to hang with Chris, Adam, Mike Night Train. Man, that to me that would be the coolest part. It would be hanging with people I know from around the country.
Well, isn't that what it's all about to begin with?
Yeah, you know, but they got some fancy people there too. You know that.
Fancy.
Well, you know what I mean, more celebrity types.
Gotcha.
Not that some people here are celebrities. I mean, Erwin, Chris, is celebrities in their own right, and you know how they fly or some of the videos they put out there. But they certainly have skills beyond mine. Not that a lot of people qualify for that, but
Yeah, right. Ed is the celebrity.
EBR is going to wind up on the Guinness Book of World Records. Actually, most YouTube fight videos.
Yeah, right. Ed, I gotta go get something to eat.
All right, later, bro.
I'll catch up with you later on. We'll speak. You well?
All right, man. Thanks for
Have fun,
stopping in.
everybody.
Thanks for helping out with moderation and
Yeah, buddy.
well, my eyes were away from chat.
Take care. We'll talk.
Later, brother. Muppet Man. He's the Muppet Man. How come you ain't got a face, Muppet Man? Come on, man. You can do better than that. You saw Virgin's 2019 summary. He just put it out today. It's pretty badass. But you know, Virgin, he's pretty badass anyway. But he put together a very nice compilation of his last year's work. It's pretty amazing. And the girl standing on the cliff is pretty hot too. Give you a minute, you'll find something. Okay. It's no worries. I just had to say something, man. There's something about the head and shoulders that always bothered me. Now, I was telling Mike about that last night on Whistle Stop. And so what he did, he got rid of the head and shoulders altogether. It was just a gray circle. I'm like, well, that's not an improvement. And then he brought up his logo. That was pretty funny. But I had fun. I had fun flying all yesterday, all 50 seconds of it. But I had a better time the day before. And the day before, for those that haven't seen it, most of y'all haven't. Well, some of y'all haven't. And I tried something, kind of got a little too close to the ground. I have tall weeds, you know, out back where I fly. So the column kind of spun off of it, and I gassed it to get out of there and flew right up into the underside of some branches, and that was the end of that story. Hey, Chris, what's your story on the two-tone props, multicolored props? I say they're more brittle. Hey, everybody, on your 5-inch bird, what's your favorite prop? Let's see some numbers come up here. I need to diversify, I think. The Nerdcopter was talking about some 51466 prop. There he is, 51466 Nerdcopter. So who makes those Nerdcopter? Is that a Jim Fan prop or who is that? Oh, Ethics. Okay. Ethics S4. Oh, they are Jim Fans, the ones you got. 51,499. I mean, you'd be writing this shit down. Well, hell, it's on the screen. I can always look it back up. Looking for a pencil. I might have to go prop shopping. I've been thinking about some new motors, Chris. I really have. And you know, I have the Jim Fan 5043s and the props that I flew yesterday and the day before are 5043 Jim Fans too. They're not wind dancers. And those puppies snap. I mean, I busted them puppies up. Zing E motors, okay. I've heard a lot of good things about the Zing E motors. Yeah, I'm not ready for 6S, Ryan. First of all, I got too many perfectly good 4S batteries that I need to utilize. You know, maybe on a 7-inch, I might think about lower KV and 6S. Ugh, excuse me. Now, I've heard some great things about Zing. And from what I understand, somebody was saying the only difference between the Zings and the Zing E's is the bell housing. That just the bell housing looks fancier on the regular Zings. That the economy, they're just not as fancy looking. Oh, and Zing Primos. I know if you're running them, Chris, you run the shit out of them. I would never think to dispute that. Oh, that's cool, man. Nothing like tough motors. Oh, flight power difference. If you could barely notice it, Chris, then I would not notice it. Because your flight experience is vastly different from mine. No, you're still head and shoulders. That's okay. It's okay, man. You don't have to worry about it. It's all right. We can deal with your head and shoulders. Why does it only let me just say go to your channel then? It won't let me do anything else. Oh, I know why. No, that's not a reason why. Oh, because you have no content. How you have FPV behind your name and you have no content? What, are you too shy to post any of your flights? What's up with that? Eagle, how you doing, Eagle VP? Cheers, mate. Happy New Year. Great to see you, man. It's doing the same thing. Why won't it let me it's not letting me do it to anybody. Make them a moderator. That's ridiculous. YouTube playing games again? I just did it a few minutes ago. Oh, telling me to sign in the chat now. What the hell? There we go. That's what I wanted. That's what I was looking for. Apparently, I had dropped out of chat, even though I could see the chat. So anyway, I'd like to say thanks again to Indigo Ryno for the mount and the arm protectors. From MadDog1.2. Brings out some color in her. She looks nice. Got some little bumpers over here. Now, hey, Chris, now maybe I'm trying those skids across the ground. Not in my flying field, I'm not. But at least it lifts the bird up a little bit off the ground. That's cool. Got all the main screws and the motor screws all Loctited in. So, and they still spin, so I haven't gummed them up or anything. That's a good thing too, eh? Got a couple more zip ties back on the VTX antenna and on the V5 beacon, which I need to charge probably. And I'm not going to break the surly bonds of Earth today, but I'll be able to first thing in the morning. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I think it looks cool on there. You've been skidding more on your Apex. I have to check that out. I owe you a visit, I'm sure. But perhaps you owe me one too. So you're on tonight, like Chris? Join the network. Join the network. Supposed to be on tonight, right? What time y'all plan on going on? And what is the topic of discussion? Not there needs to be. It can always just be, yay, recycle truck has finally showed up. They're supposed to be here yesterday. You think 2 days ago was New Year's Eve or something? Or New Year's. The thing is, here's one thing I want to say right now. This is a new year. The past year is behind us. Time to forget about things that happened in the past and look to the future and remember that we all have a common love here, and that is the love of flying. Okay? I just thought I'd throw that out there, you know? Because we all have differences from time to time. That much is true. You know, so I don't know. People go through things. As they say, shit happens. And at some point, it needs to be water under the bridge. You know? That stream has gone on by, and once it's gone on the bridge, it takes a lot to drag it back. It's best just to let it go on down the river. There you go. That's the way I try to look at it, because I know I've pissed people off before. Not intentionally, it just happens. People take things the wrong way, whatever. So, anyway, on that note, once again, I want to give a shout out to all the people I love, all the people that showed up here. You know, even those across the pond. And I hope each and every one of you is having a great start to 2020. No intentional dickery implied. So, you know, onward, forward, what is it? Off we go into the wild blue yonder. Thanks again to Indigo for the stuff he printed for me. And yeah, he ain't got no haters, Chris. You might think you got haters, but you ain't got no haters, brother. That's the way it is. You know? Again, misunderstandings happen. It happens. And then there's some people just are haters. Fuck them. Sorry, excuse my French. You learn who the real haters are. Yeah, you just don't associate with them. I know it was, Brian. And I thank you for that. And they fit perfectly, as you saw. The biggest problem I had was wiring up motor holes. And that had nothing to do with the print. It was just my crappy eyes. And the screw kept wanting to go into, I guess, what would be ventilation holes or whatever. Yeah, there are. You know, I'm lucky. I don't get that many. You know, even trolls or whatever. Like Randall from Florida, he was on here earlier, and he got a whole group of people. Whenever he goes live, they just harass the shit out of it. And I'm like, me and one other chick, I can't remember her name. We're like the only real people that came in. So he finally gave us wrenches. So we were whacking trolls left and right. You know, it's pretty cool. But he's a nice guy. But, you know, he's probably an asshole at one point. He had a drinking problem, but he quit. He turned his life around and all that, you know, and it's pretty cool. Got him a car now. Yeah, right. No, I don't think those arm guards are going to keep me from crashing. Yeah, God made my ass. Yeah, that's funny, Chris. When I'm up in the air, I can guarantee you that I'm not going to be thinking about them arm guards on that bird. I'm just trying to think about keeping that bird in the air and trying to set it down halfway decent. Yesterday's flight, the one that lasted 55 seconds, man, I haven't watched the HD footage yet, which has the sound. But I heard it when it hit. It made a nice thud. I mean, it was a whomp, whomp, and it must have landed on its side because that was the side that it broke the two props on. I mean, it shattered them puppies. Let's see. Those would be the two props. This one lopped the blade off in the middle. And this one's got a chunk out. The camera, this backwards camera shit drives me crazy. Got a chunk out there, pulled the tip off of this one, and then broke this blade completely off. They were pretty pops. They're not too pretty anymore. Yeah, right. Put them on upside down, punch it. I have been toying with the idea of reversing props, but you know, reversing motor direction, but I don't know yet. I'll tell you this: the reason when I crashed it yesterday had nothing to do with the way the props were going. Yeah, I know, but can you? Hey, Nerdcopter, man, I'll be throwing all kinds of shit into my stack. I don't have side plates, you know. All propped out. I've been wanting to try. See here? Okay. Well, I first got the Batman. Hey, John, how are you, brother? Thanks. Appreciate it. Happy New Year to you too, brother. When I first got the Batman, it in the actual direction said to it said to reverse the prop. And I tried to do that. And it says something about having a master ESC and all that stuff. And so it acted like I reversed this. It'll reverse them all. Nope, didn't happen. Just reversed one of them. And I couldn't figure out how to make it reverse the other. So I said, screw it, put it back the way it was. So when I rebuilt MadDog1, now MadDog1.2, when I started the motors on, two of the motors were backwards. So I went into Beta B Heli. I did the Chrome version. And some people have poo-pooed the Chrome version, but the Chrome version is easy and it's freaking quick. And I did it just like that. So I'm seriously considering doing that. I might do that tonight since it's almost 5 o'clock. It's really too late for me to fly. There's still light out there. I could if I rushed myself, but I don't like rushing. I'm horrible at rushing. I'm too old to rush. And so I might just do that tonight. I haven't put props on yet. So I might just reverse those motors tonight and try props out. And EBR, I'll give you, Erwin, I'll give you a report. I'm going to have to try me some tree bouncing. Yeah, it's funny, Nerdcopter, when Nerdcopter, what's your name? Do you have a first name? May I have your first name? It's kind of hard to just say Nerdcopter all the time, you know? Nick, okay, thanks, Nick. I appreciate that. Take it easy, Chris. When you plan on going live, brother? When's Drone Network going on? Or have you changed your mind because you're not feeling so well? I hope you're feeling better, brother. Did Crystal get you fixed up to nurse you kind of back to health? Hey, Jeffrey! Jeffrey, thanks for watching my latest 7 p.m. Okay, brother, I'll be there. I'm going to set an alarm on my clock to make sure I am there on time because I usually am fashionably late. I feel very privileged, Nerdcopter. I didn't know. That's the first time you put it out there. I don't know. It just makes it more personal to me. You know, like Jeff. I mean, we kind of know his name's Jeff. You know, I don't say Jeff Freestyle every time. Say, hey, Jeff. And I know Eagle's name, but it escapes me now. But, you know, sorry, Eagle. And I noticed, since you watched my latest Jeff Freestyle, I noticed that you haven't flown lately. What's up, man? I was all caught up. Because your videos is always one I'm ready to watch. EBR is a given, you know, but he just puts out so many, I can't keep up with that shit. Ah, I got you. Well, Nick could be anybody across the country, man. Oh, he kind of give it away with the city and the state. The Thibodeau is a city, right? Isn't Thibodeau a city? That's definitely Cajun. That's a Cajun name there for sure. Got some French in it, but some Cajun too. Keith, that's it. I suck at names, Eagle. I probably have your name in my spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet with people's names in it, but I don't have it up right now. So. Oh man, the flu sucks. Oh, the town of Thibodeau. Okay. Ah, you did the same thing, Eagle. That's cool, Keith. That's pretty cool. Hey, there's a lot of names out there, So I don't know. To me, I think it makes it a little more personal if you know the person's first name. You don't need to know their last name. You don't even know, you don't even have to tell what city you're from. It's kind of cool to know what state you're in, just so you know what they're dealing with. Like, oh, he's in British Columbia. Oh, I bet it's cold as balls up there, You know what I mean? I don't know. It just makes it more personal to me. Because we're all family here in a way. We all love to fly. Every damn one of us here flies. Could be a camera bird, it could be a race drone, it could be both. It doesn't matter. Hey, John, what's your first name? Oh, yeah, that's right, it's John. But thanks, man. I'd say you were at work. Well, I could see you were being productive, weren't you? I don't know. It's just, Dan. Yeah, I'm getting soft. What do you mean soft? What, all like friends and lovey-dovey? Yeah, 'cause I love y'all, man. Joe Boo. Yeah. Look, man, you flying guys are what keep me going because I kind of have a miserable life. Nah, not really. I don't have a miserable life, but y'all are part of my life. And y'all help keep me vertical. Hey, Rat. Hey, brother. How are you? Somebody who was a bad act. What do y'all think about this bad act was saying, hey, man, it's like you're 3 years and FPV is gone in the United States. Glad I live in the UK. Hey, Jim. How you doing, brother? I'm like, dude, you're glad you live in the UK? Trust me. The United States will never be more restrictive about flying drones than the UK is. So you guys in the UK, you better watch out. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool, John. Because drone pool has an awesome field. I'd love to fly that field. And that was a nice flight. I'm glad you got out your race bird, Dan. I really am, brother Dan, because that was a fine flight. There's nothing wrong with that flight. The way you titled it, it kind of made it sound like, oh yeah, I'm knocking some rust off or whatever. But an hour is not bad. An hour's not a bad drive. So how's the weather your way, Jim? Is it windy there too? Really windy? I screwed around too long and Was working on my bird, and it got too late. Too late for me to fly. But she looks cool, huh? Those are new arm protectors on her. And soft mounts. Let's see, got these little skid plates underneath the arms now. And got these arm protectors on the end that weren't there before. So Indigo Ryno printed these up for me and sent them to me. That's very cool. So I just got to strap a battery in, add a couple straps to the old BTX antenna there. And she's ready to fly. Yes, it was very nice of them. Yeah, I think it really sets it off. I think that red on the end really sets it off. Really does. Goes good with the gold motors too. Yeah. It is a pretty, pretty bird. I think I want to change the motors though. I think I'm going to put some zings on there. These motors been around the block. I appreciate them. Don't get me wrong. It was awesome for MD95 TSI to put this bird together for me. Although it's had some modifications because and I won't be able to find it. He's got it. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's irritating. I just ran across it earlier when I was putting this crap together, and pom-pom balls. I was looking for the original frame that the bird was on. Anyway, the bird committed suicide. The battery plug came undone because I brushed a tree. It was about 65 feet long up in the air and cruising along pretty good. And all of a sudden, static in the screen, no power, no control. Down she went. It was ugly. Broke the frame. So she got a new TBS Source 1 frame and new motor protectors. Also got a new Mamba stack. It's actually the original flight controller. It's just the escape I had to replace because it ripped the battery pads off of it in the crash. It broke the tail off of the frame, and when it did, that's what the battery leads were secured to, so it ripped the pads right off of that escape, the main power lead. So it was toast. So I mean, it was pretty easy. I mean, the most I had to do was solder on the 4 motors to the new escape, and then I just plugged the old Mamba flight controller into the new stack and or new escape, and it worked fine. No, I have not got rid of the bounce. I know it's a pit adjustment, Jeff. I haven't played with that. I don't know what I'm doing. But the cure is to put emu flight on it. And I should have brought that up. Chris needs to watch my video, MD95 TSI, because the bird did not do that when he sent it to me. But there were some things about the tune that I didn't like. And Baduga suggested, oh, just reset to factory default. So I did that, and it's been bouncing since. So I'm sure it's a pit adjustment, whatever. All right, Ryan, take it easy. You want to go? Never mind. You know it. The rates. See, I don't have any problem messing with rates, Jeff. It's the PID, and I know it's a PID. It's a PID setting, and I know shit about PIDs, but I have watched a video that just explained what they were, and I remember during watching that video that there was, I think it was the P, but I'm not sure. The guy said if you have it set too high, it'll make it do that. But I like to see your PID. I don't care about the rates. I'd like to see your rates too. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of know how to play around with rates. It's the PIDs that I have never ever fooled with at all. JESC. Okay, you meant your PIDs. Okay, I'd like to see those. I really would. I mean, hey Jeff. I mean, you watched the video. You commented on it. Did you not see the bounce? I mean, what would you think would cause that? What else would cause that? I think the granted, okay, the FPV, you can see it a lot more in the HD cam, but you can also see it in the FPV cam. But granted, the HD cam is a couch mount, so it doesn't even have. It's just a kind of a ramp, and then I strap it down. I'm using the Polaroid Cube. So yeah, it's got some flex to it. So you can see, and it's just held down by a strap. The camera's just held down by a strap. So you can see that bouncing a lot more than you can with the FPV cam, but you can see it in the FPV cam. So that means it's not just the camera mount. You know what I mean? Hey, Drone, how you doing, brother? All right, get your coffee, Eagle. Keith. How you put yours in, John? You have a cube too? I picked mine up from well, I didn't get it from him. Bama FPV. That's what he's been flying. He gets some great footage. My only bitch about the Polaroid Cube is it has a hard time transitioning from bright to dark. So it doesn't brighten back up. So there's parts of the video that are really dark. And that's why I'll bounce back between my HD footage and my DVR footage, because my Fox Ear camera does a lot better job of adjusting to the light than a stupid Polaroid Cube does. But I've heard other people say that about their sessions, about their GoPros, whatever. And while Keith is filling up his coffee cup, I'm going to fill up another beer. Hey, you got it for Christmas, but need a mount. Okay, I got my mount from Night Train, John. And it's just I think Indigo looked it up. Indigo looked it up, and he couldn't find anything that was made for it. I think he found the original because I have the Act 2, and I guess they're a little bit different. I'll do it this way. So there's my email. I think I have it in my channel comments, but I'm not sure. I mean, in my channel info, but there it is. But anyway, couch mount. One of the things I've done. See, here's the problem I have too. My backyard seems to have gotten smaller, and I've been flying with a lower camera angle and stuff like that. And when I put the cube in, it was flying at. It was too high. I was looking at a lot of sky because, as everybody knows that flies FPV, you fly your camera angle because you're always thinking about keeping your camera level. Let's see. See, and that looks like level to me. When I put my FPV cam level, that looks level. But for whatever reason, I mean, what pitch do you think that is? I don't know. 20 degrees. I mean, that would be 45. So it's got to be, it looks at least 20 degrees. It looks closer to 30, but it's not. So, in other words, it must be that even though the camera looks like it's pointed at 30 degrees, the way the camera sees it isn't 30 degrees. You're saying that's just 15 degrees? Wow. I mean, 45's like that. That's a 45, 90 straight up and down. You're saying that's 15 degrees? There's got to be more than that. Huh? Anyway, I've been meaning to raise it. I think what I need to do, Erwin, I need to, there's actually 2 mounting holes on this because already the way it's aimed, you can see the top of the standoff. I need to move it to the outer holes, and maybe that mount that Indigo sent me will do that automatically. So I can put a little. I've been wanting to put a little. Okay, I'm not going to dispute you, brother. Far more knowledgeable than I, and I have been wanting to tilt it up some. But anyway, because of that, this couch mount is mounted at is at 30 degrees. So supposedly that's 30 degrees if that's truly a 30-degree mount, Erwin. But maybe it's not a 30-degree mount. I don't know. But anyway, I took a long standoff and put it right in the couch part so that it would lower the angle of the HD cam to better match with my FPV cam. Because to be honest with you, that's where your HD cam needs to be. It needs to be about the same angle as your FPV cam, so that what you see is what the camera picks up, the HD cam. It's 15 degrees. Man, that ain't nothing. Hey, Ryan, see, how are you, man? Taking care of some Smurfs here. Had to do some Smurfing. No, not much. You know, just talking about flying, Ryan. See, it's really, I just got a wild hair, and that's usually what I do when I go live. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I know you've said that before, Jeff, that you like to run your HD camera a little lower angle than your actual FPV cam. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Thanks, Ryan C. Appreciate it. 35. Okay. It's not. You still look the same of it, man. You still head and shoulders. It's okay. Don't worry about it. And again, it's personal preference. Like for the guys with the higher camera angles, I don't know how in the world you do the backwards thing. I really don't know that. Muppet Man, I had a harder time with that too. You actually have to do it through Google, I think. I don't know how you're trying to do it, but that's how I had to do it, was through Google. You know, because YouTube is a Google thing, you know. Yeah, well, you gotta find a picture of a drone and figure out where to upload it. Yes, John. Okay. You want to know my cure kind of is for that? Yes, you're right. It is hard to land, but I find the also trying to do the proximity shit and stuff is harder too because you have to be pitched forward and you're going too fast. But yeah, it makes it hard to land. So here's one of the things I was doing, and actually some of my best landings were done this way. Is I make sure I'm standing up for one thing. And so your head will show up before the ground will. And I get close to myself and I just hit the disarm button and let that puppy plop to the ground, man. And it lands great that way. Isn't that sad? Some of my best landings because I disarmed when it's a couple feet up in the air. You see these other guys come in, they just set it down all nice and smooth. And I'm like, screw you, man. How do you even do that? Me, I'm doing this. Bump. Yeah, when I take off, man, I'm sitting on a pad, and even if I have a high camera angle, I still see the side of the pad, the edge of the pad, Carlos. But that's because you're on the ground. As soon as you're 2 feet off the ground, that landing pad, I call it a launch pad because I very seldom ever land back on that thing, if ever. And that's the last time you see it, except from 50 feet up when you're going balls to balls, tilted forward like that, you know? Because yeah, they do make it look easy. Well, I should be, man. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. It's just, I've been doing a little while, that's all. Nothing like these other old hands out here. You know, like Carlos, he just started back in March. He flies a lot better than I do, but it's all about the packs, dude. You got to do the pack. It's practice. Totally about practice. Number of packs and frequency. I mean, I cannot fly for 6 weeks and fly, and I'll do okay. But the more packs you fly, the easier it is, and the quicker you warm up. And I'm 60. I'll be 61 in April. Michael, hey brother. Hey Eric, how you doing? You get a notification? Of course not. Well, I've been online for 2.5 hours now. Put on the soft mounts and skid plates that Indigo Ryno printed for me. Look, they're red, man, Eric. Isn't that sexy looking? And these same, oh, Eric, guess what? These same things would work on your Baduga build. Look at there. How about that? When's the last time you flew, John? That's right. You're up in Canada, aren't you, man? You know, it's BFC up there. Yeah, Michael, how you doing, brother? Great to see you, man. That was my brother from another mother. I want to remind everybody the Drone Network will be on tonight at 7 p.m. Please stop by and say hello. I expect to see everybody there. Hint, hint. Yeah, I appreciate you keeping me company, Carlos. I need all the company I can get. Oh, you're in Missouri. Wow, November 17th. Where did I get Missouri? Where did I get the idea you're up further north? I'm doing all right, man. You know, it was a gray and gloomy day when I went to work, came home, got gloomy, I procrastinated, but I've been meaning to do this. Been meaning to put these on this bird. And since I busted up some props and lost the screw, I realized I needed to Loctite everything. And by the time I did that, and all, it got too late to fly. So cold front's supposed to come through tonight, supposed to rain during the night, supposed to turn better tomorrow, but be windy as crap. And but this bird doesn't really care about the wind. Somebody was talking earlier about, hey, Chris. Somebody talking earlier about, you know, their first drone was like from Walmart. If anything over 5 miles an hour, the wind would take it. I've been flying race drones. I've even flown the Mobula. It's a little guy. I've flown it in 20-mile-an-hour wind and no problem. I mean, you know, it's a difference. You know, it's the wind, but it can fight it. Oh, well, that's cool. And you know, how can you resist? Hey, back from Scott, Carlos. Yes, it does. It does rock, Chris. Um, what's his name? Helicopter. His girlfriend has a YouTube channel too, Glamour Girl something. But anyway, that cat has come a long way because it was like last spring. You land on your light speed. That's pretty cool. Yeah, well, we all trying to get there into that cleavage, aren't we, Chris? But not a V. It depends upon what V you're talking about. Boots kind of make a V too, man. But I forget the point of what my story was. Drone Dave. Yep. Who Drone Dave? That was Drone Dave was my first Facebook page that I went to when it came to drones. So cheers. Cheers to what's his name? His name escapes me. I'm having a brain fart. Swear it's explicit. I guess you got the kid. J Drone, that's it. Thank you, John. I was seriously having a brain fart. And I was so happy to get him see him get into the FPV thing. I was so happy, John, to see him get into that. But he still plays with the toy stuff, and I guess that's because that's where his bread and butter is at. The FPV race drones are a little bit more of a selective community is the wrong word, but yeah, I know it's cool, man. No, I like Jay. Jay's pretty cool. I just don't go there much. Oh, really? Have they? They've gotten worse. That's hard to imagine. So, Eric, what's up with that helicopter? The Blade, I think. Whatever. I mean, did you ever get around to actually calibrating the damn thing? You're gonna break stuff. You're gonna break more than you'd be better off spending your time on that Beluga build, brother. Try and do too much. They try and build too much into them. The crappy little CPU they put into them can't handle it. I remember the first time one of the toy grades, man, came with the goggles and all that, oh yeah, just put your phone in here. Connected through Wi-Fi, yeah. The lag is so horrible, you'll be in a tree before you know you're heading into the tree. I busted a couple drones trying that little exercise. The only way I was able to successfully FPV with goggles a Wi-Fi drone was because it was a GPS one. And when the signal would lag behind or whatever, I let go of the stick, let it sit there till the video catches up, and then you can move on. What's with the trees? Are you smoking something over there? I thought he did have an RT snowmobile. Somebody has one. I'm trying to think of who it is. So do you do review the toy drive? I know you do some reviews, John. Do you kind of do the toy thing reviews? I think you do. And cheers, Michael. Cheers to you and Till, brother. I can't wait for you to get those goggles. 2 days, windy and cold. Hey, Randall. Okay, QRT sled. That was I watched hey Eric, I watched a pretty cool video today because he came by my place and commented on my last video, and who was it? Particle Man. And I watched a couple pretty cool videos of his. One was a ground collar that he built from scratch. And then another one was of a 4-wheel drive ground pounder. And it's like a Christmas thing. I think it was on the 23rd. And that he posted it. And it's really cool. Like, he makes it out like a story. It's this really cool red RC truck, and it's towing behind it will look like a pallet. And the name of it, he's off to get a Christmas tree. So he drives through all this snow and stuff, dragging this pallet behind him, takes it out in the woods. The next thing you know, there's a little Christmas tree on the top of the pallet, and then drives it back to the house, where it's going to go up. And he gets it back to where the Christmas tree is going to be. And then there's a couple elves under this overhang with a keg of Duff beer. Now, if anybody's watched, let's see, what is it? Homer Simpson. What's the name of that show with Homer Simpson in it? And they're always drinking the Duff beer, I thought that was so cool. Oh, really? Got scared and deleted all his videos? Well, I watched one today and it was very cool, Eric. It was pretty cool. Yeah, The Simpsons, that's it. So, look, hey man, it'd be cool if all of y'all went to Particle Man's channel at some point and watch his video and tell him what my drone sent you, because it's a very cute video, and really it's pretty cool because that little red truck, man, he's driving through all this ice, snow, man. Got that thing going through snow, dragging this thing behind it. It's pretty cool. He went through a lot of work. It was a pretty cool video. Yeah, it was pretty cool, Randall. It was a very cool video. No, I agree, Ryan. See, it's funny stuff. That's what drives me crazy about us and the YouTube thing. There is far more, other than an occasional word here and there that's said out of haste. There is a lot more sensitive material out on public television than what most of us put out there, even me. And because I've gone late sometimes, get kind of wild and crazy on the tube, but nothing like what you see on network TV. This Particle Man. Eric, we know you can't spell creek, so what makes you think you can spell Particle Man? That almost looks like Practical Man. Yeah, of course you can, Ryan. It's only a dumb question if you ask it twice. No, we got the dumb. You don't have to worry about your spelling that much. I understood it. I understood what you were asking. Yeah, we're still waiting on the dumb question. Damn it, Ryan, get to it. Oh, does he now, or is that the way you spell it, Eric? Because that's too much crap to have on a bird, Ryan. I don't know. I guess it depends upon the kind of bird you're flying, but nah. The birds we fly, for the most part, they weigh too much for any parachute that would slow its descent by any stretch of the imagination. So when most of our failures are like fail safes. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely, Erwin. Hey, cause Ryan, cause unless you crash on pavement, if you crash on in the grass is actually quite forgiving. Trees are actually quite yeah, but I don't know, Ryan. I don't know. First of all, we're not supposed to fly over people. I've had one crash that scared me when it had been like, oh, what if somebody had been out there? But at the same point, you got to realize that people are driving around cars that weigh 1,500, 2,000 pounds while they're looking at their damn phone traveling 50, 60 miles an hour. Now, what scares you more? That or some guy flying a drone over an open field? I think it's stupid. I mean, yeah, they can hurt you. But so can some kid hitting a baseball out in his front yard. I mean, I don't know. Where do you go with all this? Again, I'm just saying, of all the stuff to worry about and you being caused bodily harm, I think somebody flying a drone should be the lowest on your list of concerns. That's all I got to say. What are the odds? Not only that, birds I fly, you know that puppy's up there because it makes some noise. The ones of mine that don't make any noise, or the ones that you got to be 15 feet within them, if before they can hear it, that thing can hit them all day long. Like, oh, what was that? Oh, I'm gonna preach it, Eric. I think it's crazy. I think this is really crazy. Now, accidents happen. It can happen. But again, like I said, man, the chances of a drone, hey, where are the stories? There are none. Gatwick. Oh, Gatwick. That was all bullshit. That was a crock of shit. There wasn't no drone there at all. Yeah, I have done that once, Carlos. That shit hurt too. It didn't kill me. It didn't even hurt me. I left a bruise. But I was cruising along pretty good, and I was trying to buzz the tower. I was trying to get close to myself. I just got a little too close. That's all. I like buzzing the tower. Buzzing the tower is fun. Fun. I try and keep a little more distance now. That did wake me up. It woke me up. I know. Well, the FAA has the right to control the airspace. However, it's going way too far. These new regs that they're talking about, which is only a proposal, by the way. Yeah. So, look, I've already sent one letter off to a congressman. I even sent a link to one of my videos. And so I don't know. I'm going to do a lot more of that. Yeah, I know. You're right, Eric. And we all need to be vocal about this because let's think about this. Okay, this is the way, and this is the kind of way I put it. What a wholesome hobby this is. I mean, RT in general, not just drones, but just even the ground pounders and stuff. It brings families together. Well, I guess if somebody gets obsessed with it and they spend too much money on it, it could pull them apart. But let's forget that part of it. But what a great father-son, father daughter experience. Go out flying together. Get the kids out of the house, off the video games, because I tell everybody, flying FPV is the best video game ever because it's real. It's real, man. And if you screw up, you're probably gonna have to fix something. And that's the thing, Michael. I mean, it doesn't matter. You just say, you say what you do. And again, I'd encourage anybody to put a link to one of your videos. All that. There's a few idiots out there that have really given our hobby a bad name. There's a lot of people out there with dronophobia, and they think, oh man, they're out there spying on me and whatever. And it's like, none of these people have ever looked at an actual drone video. I guarantee you not a damn one of them has, because they know when you're out there flying around, you see a person off in the distance. Yeah, you might be able to see a person over there. You can't tell who the hell it is. You're not invading their privacy. Yeah, there's a person over there. Is it a man or a woman? I don't know. Are they wearing any clothes? I don't know. You just can't. You can't. It's stupid. We're trying to be close enough to you to spy on you. You're going to hear it unless the government is flying it, not what we fly. You can probably hear my drone zipping around over the backyard halfway down the block. I'm sure you know. They can hear it. I can hear that going off the trees. Yeah, no, some great footage taken from them. There's no reason why we should be shut out of this. It's stupid. We are no danger to airspace. I mean, I get kind of high when I'm flying my FPV drone at times. I guarantee I've never cracked 250 feet. We're allowed 400 right now. I guarantee I've never cracked 200. I probably never cracked 200 feet. Yeah, they tax you on the paper. Actually, buzzards, Randall, are more of a danger than a quad is. You know, and it's funny because I've actually done a lot of flying in a fixed wing plane, small fixed wing Cessna. We used to rent one all the time because a good friend of mine was actually a licensed pilot. I'm not a licensed pilot, but I can damn sure fly a plane. I can land one too. But droning, buzzards are a different story. One plane we used to rent all the time, 01 Golf, a Cessna 172, it was green and white. Flew out of Lantana Airport. That plane always flew crooked. Why did it always fly crooked? Because somebody hit a buzzard with it. And it bent the wing, and they fixed it. They made it flight worthy, but it always flew crooked after that. But it was cool. You just learned that it flew crooked and trimmed it out so it flew straight. And 200 feet is not that high. It's funny, Ryan, is years ago, it's been a while ago now, it's when I first got my brushless birds. And F200C, which is basically the Bug 2C, but it's a clone. Got it from Force One. I flew it up to just shy of 1,000 feet. And man, did I hear, especially the student pilots, man, they were like, man, you could have killed somebody with your stupid toy, whatever. Well, I got all defensive then. Because, yeah, I broke the rules. Wasn't supposed to go above 400. It was, let's see, it was like, it was after midnight. It was like 12:10, something, whatever. Oh, cool, Mike. It was after midnight. There was not a cloud in the sky. It was so quiet. I mean, you could see for miles. You could see a plane coming, and it was so quiet you could hear a mosquito fart. And so, thanks, man. Appreciate it, Jeff. So the thing is, it's just like, and don't let me hear any fixed wing pilots out there say they haven't broken the rules from time to time, but they may have been perfectly safe doing it. You know what I mean? So it's all a judgment call. I knew there was no danger, so I did it. It was cool. I haven't done it since. Because quite frankly, there's no reason to be that high. You don't see shit. Your best footage will be taken at 400 feet or below, usually below. Things get too tiny, man. It just doesn't make any sense. But people, decide they want to do it. Oh, I thought you already went grocery shopping, Eric. Or did you already eat all those groceries and you gotta go again? Michael, how you doing, brother? Mike, I should say. That's pretty cool. So you didn't have the problem with the altitude today, Mike? You got it figured out? So you could get more than 5 feet above the ground? Hey, Mike, what do you think? Indigo printed up these arm protectors and soft motor mount for me. Looks pretty cool, man. That red kind of sets off the black frame, huh? Looks cool against them gold motors, too. I still want to stay at 4 meters. Well, that's like 16 feet. 14,000 feet? Okay. I got some flight content up there, Ryan. Oh, where you going? What you eating, Carlos? Getting the munchies myself. 14,000 feet. I've been 14,000 feet in a commercial liner. The highest I've been in a private plane has been about 7,000. All right, man. Thanks, Randall. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. Great to see you, man. Thanks for checking out some of my videos. It's the best high. It's a natural high, man. Flying FPV is awesome. A little bit of investment, but it is a natural high. Dude, Ryan C, I gotta tell you, man. Uh, I've been, I'm kind of a solitary fella, except for doing this stuff and the people I've met that fly. And literally, and I tell people this all the time, is that the love of this hobby is what keeps me vertical. It's what gives me a reason to keep on living, kind of something like that. It just gives me. I know a few people that feel the same way. I know people that got disabilities, crippled up with arthritis or whatever. And granted, they can't climb the trees like I can, I guess, but they fly FPV, and you can tell that's what they're all about, man. It's like what keeps them going. Because all of a sudden, you can truly feel like a bird, fly like a bird. You feel like a bird. And, there are people. other people. I'm not going to mention any names, Jim, but that's why I want you to try it. Is because I get the camera birds. The camera birds are cool, no doubt. I'd like to have a good camera bird, but it's not the same. It's just not the same. You'll never feel more like a bird than flying FPV, even if you're in stabilized mode, for that matter. Well, that's cool, Ryan, and I completely get that, brother. And I'm not crippled up or anything, but um, I'm not in the best of health either. And I'm telling you, man, it's the best thing ever. Didn't you fly with him the other day? Didn't he give you a chance to fly FPV, or did you not take him up on that, Ryan? That's awesome. If you know Dan, you met Dan. Are you Dan's way? I know you come in and you support him. Well, see, John, that's the end. That's the thing. Is it all gets to you in the end, man. If you're gonna go, you're gonna go. If your number's up, your number's up. But if the last couple years of your or life are filled with joy and exhilaration of flight, man, that's the best way to go. Instead of the last 2 years, oh man, I'm gonna die, and look, I got nothing. I don't know. I take the way your brother-in-law went. Yeah, and why you had him for a few more years? It kept him going. I'm telling you, man. You know, these days I feel drug out, void of energy, whatever. And I literally, not literally, but I have to force myself to go out and fly. I'm a horrible procrastinator. Of course, I've always been bad about that, but I'll finally drag my butt out back to fly. And what's worse is I feel I can fly. I can just walk out the back door and walk out, 100 yards out back, and I'm in a field that I can fly a 5 inch. And it's funny, I'll drag my butt out there, and all of a sudden, I feel more energized. And if the bird goes down, I got to look for it. I got all the energy in the world. You know what I mean? It's just weird. It's just, you forget about everything. You forget about any other worries, any other troubles while you're at the sticks of that bird and you're flying that bird and you're seeing in your eyes what that drone sees. You forget about everything else. For me, it's like, I don't know, it's like the best thing ever. It's better than sex. It certainly lasts longer than sex. You know that. You can always charge more packs and have some more sex. It's hard to do that in a real sense. Oh, well, that's cool. You introduced him to it, John. That's even better yet. So you should feel very good about that. Yeah, he's gone, and that sucks. But you gave him some joy before he lost it. And for some, I'll tell you something, John. Okay, I'm gonna get real personal here. All right, I, being in the state I was, I lost my mom, whatever. I kind of myself and whatever, and mom had cancer, and I took care of her or helped take care of her, the last few years of her life, and she got prescribed a lot of opiates. Well, I took those on a regular basis. She gave them to me because when she gave them to me, I'd do crap around the yard and do yard work and stuff like that. And I didn't go crazy. It never really became an addiction per se, but I was still dependent on them. And then after she left and that went away, I spent a lot of money on that sort of thing. And then it's been 2 years now, and I quit. I was spending $360 a month on black market opiates. $360 a month. So I decided I would rather buy drone stuff than waste my money on that stuff. And it was a tough month. It was a very tough month. It was been tough, you know, it was actually tougher longer than that, but the first month was bad. It was ugly. But, you know, I'm free of that dragon. I still got the beer. I ain't gonna give up my beer. Gotta have my beer. Thanks, Orwin. But it was more important to me, you know? It was far more important to me. Well, fortunately, John, I was never tied to the dragon like other people were, you know? I was lucky in that aspect, I suppose. But I was damn sure dependent on it. It's all the only way I had energy. I mean, I was doing the war tabs, and you know, I rarely ate a half one. I'd chop them in half, but you know, have one for breakfast, so to speak, and have one for lunch, and then when I got home, I'd have another half. But you know, prices went up. Yeah, $360. Well, you can buy a lot of drone stuff for that. So I weaned myself off and haven't looked back. I still have my 420 moments, although that lasts me forever. Buy $50 worth and it'll last me for 2 months. It's a beer. It's been more on beer than any of that stuff these days. So there you go. So that's Ed's sad tale, but it's not a sad tale. I'm clean of that shit. Yeah, I mean, it messes a lot of people up, Rat. And I gotta say, Captain Cook, how you doing, brother? I gotta say, man, like I said, it never got me by the tail like I've seen it get many people. I mean, I've seen people that get bad, you know, but I buried one of my friends that was helped bury a couple months ago. Somebody that's all he was about. That's all he's ever been about. You know, it was you know, they all blamed on his bad back causing so much pain and whatever, you know, but and he really did have a bad back, but the thing is that's all he lived for. Great to see you, Neil. How are you, Captain? So that's my story. I just put some rather personal information out there, but I don't care, man. If it helps somebody. Oh wow, yeah, that's rat, it's bad in West Virginia. It seems like it's really bad in the hills, and then when they can't get them, they start reverting to the horse smack, whatever you want to call it, because that is surprisingly cheap these days. No, I don't know anything about that. I had somebody offer me some once. I'm like, nah, that's okay. I'll pass. That's a lot. I've never even had 50 friends, Rat. Not all at one time, except for maybe YouTube. But I mean, you know, when you say 50 plus friends, it makes you think like it's people that you associated with personally, like you met them in person. That's all. Ah, you had to get out of there. Gotcha. And I know a few other people have had to leave their area just because the peer pressure and stuff was so bad, because it seems like people that are in that situation want to drag their friends into it too. You know, you ever notice that? Because I've certainly seen that, and that's why I became, you know, more solitary from that sort. You know, you know, in St. Augustine, most of my old friends from where I grew up. I grew up in Jacksonville, just like 30 miles north from where I live now. But I'm distant. You know what I mean? And I got away from all that. That's awesome, Captain. Because he'd be too good. Keep it all bottled up in one person, eh? Yeah, and see what a shit time to hit somebody just after they're out of rehab, man. That's like when they're at their weakest, you know? Because when they're in rehab, they got no choice. You know, there's no willpower involved, because the rehab people make it so there is no willpower. When you're back out of it, that's when they first start test your what's the word? I can't think of the word. Resistance to that sort of thing. You know, so that's when you're most vulnerable, I would think. Yeah, I hear you, right. And I think you did the right thing. How long were you in the army? Are you still in the army, or rat? Are you still in the army? You know, and John, it seems like it's the small towns that are even worse for that in some ways. Just because there's less to do. I don't know. Is that what it is? I guess. Oh, 12 years. Well, Rat, I would like to say thank you for your service, sir. I appreciate you. I never served, but I have plenty of family members that did. And 12 years, that's awesome. That's awesome service. Yeah, it's so cool you don't have the means, man. I understand. I mean, I love the town I live in. I wish I could live where I do now, except that I love the backyard. I like being able to walk. I mean, literally, this trailer I live in is a hovel, but man, I love the yard out back. It's just so nice to be able to walk out back and be able to fly. And you can't do that everywhere. I got you, John. I hear you. No, that's just sad. It really is sad. In America, that's the way it is. So I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Captain. That's awesome. What's your weather like up there? I think some of the crap you're probably getting now is heading my way. Is it rainy? I'll tell you this. With the temperature update, it is still 81 degrees Fahrenheit. I've really been thinking about turning on the AC, because it feels like it's 81 in here too. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna call it, man. I appreciate all y'all coming in and all that stuff, and I just realized I've been on for 3 hours and, well, 14 minutes now, and y'all know a little bit more about me, and I know a little bit more about y'all, and that's a good thing. And I know that we all love to do the same thing, even those that don't like to admit it, Neil. And I'll check y'all on the next one. All right, brothers? There ain't no sisters here. I'd say hello to the sisters too, but I ain't seen no sisters. That's a shame. It'd be nice if there were more women in this hobby, you know? Thanks, Michael. Yeah, there you go. Why, you fools? See you later, alligators. After a while, crocodile. Look at what I'm doing now. Oh, yeah, we're ending this. Thanks, EBR. Oh, crap.